Welcome back to the House of Bob. Today we conclude our one-shot Mausritter adventure as the heroes of the North Pole's Chapel Mouse clan confront deadly toy soldiers in Santa's workshop. What's happening in old Kris Kringle's factory? Will the little heroes stop this threat and make it back for midnight cheese? Let's meet our players. In alphabetical order, please.
By character name or my name?
I don't care.
Once again, we're bad at this.
I think either way, I'm up first. I'm Ralph. I'm being played by Alex.
I play Winter, and my name is Cristina.
I'm Mike, and I'm playing Pusillani Mouse.
I'm Twig, the one-eared mouse that's blue, and I'm played by Trevor.
That was so chill.
As a reminder for everybody, we are playing the module A Not So Still Not by Matthew Morris, written for the Mausritter RPG. I highly recommend you check these out. There's a really good community around Mausritter. There's lots and lots of resources. And I think this is actually a pretty decent game to play with kids if you have kids. You know, you just use less Marlboros. Or smaller ones.
I smoke Marlboro Lights. Thank you very much.
Lights. Yeah, there
That's
you go.
how I keep my voice so smooth and sing-songy.
It's far more children appropriate.
I'm in the choir. Thank you very much.
And are you going to be back in time for Mass to sing your solo?
Who gives a shit? I'll make him wait.
Here you are in Santa's workshop. A town mouse named Pickles was attacked in the streets, mugged by toy soldiers with their sharpened little bayonets. Somehow these toys are magically walking about and accosting the mouse of the North Pole. The four of you have traveled from the chapel over to Santa's workshop, and as you attempt to get on top of one of the workbenches for a better look, both Pusillani and Winter were struck down by fearsome toy soldiers. There were 5. Winter managed to take one down with her, but now Twig is completely surrounded by the remaining 4. Ralph stands atop a stool, looking down at this the carnage that is both Pusillani and Winter's unconscious and injured bodies. Pusillani still tied to the rope, the thread that you managed to climb up onto the stool with. The thread still attached to the stool with the fish hook. I think it's Ralph's turn.
Okay. I am going to take the opportunity to metagame a little bit because what the fuck am I going to do here that doesn't end in all of you being dead by the end of this round?
I don't think there's a lot you can do about that, except for invent something out of whole cloth.
So these toy soldiers, are they wood toy soldiers?
Yes.
They're wood. So in theory, maybe they could be set on fire.
Potentially.
There's also that bag of marbles that Twig tried to open before, but you're stronger.
Yeah, but how would I reach the bag of marbles? Because Twig, shot a bow and arrow, right? And I've just got my fucking pizza cutter.
Yeah, it's long, right?
I would say it's got a little bit of length to it.
Could I reach the marbles with my pizza cutter?
It'll be a check because it's not just attacking one enemy. It's going to do damage to a bunch of them.
Okay.
So I would say it's got potential, but you're going to have to roll.
I don't feel like there's any other option that's going to get me a hit this round. And if I go down there, I don't have enough HP to withstand more than one hit, and there's still 4 of them. So,
right.
Sorry, everyone. I'm not trying to be a coward about this, but.
So Ralph looks up. He sees the bag of marbles dangling precariously on the edge of the table. He takes a swipe with his pizza cutter. Make a strength check.
I think a pizza cutter should have advantage.
It should have advantage. Yeah, it's so sharp and so long.
I mean, you're using one of your equipment. We've already talked about this thing. Sure, you can have advantage.
Oh, thank fuck.
I'm glad I said it just before you rolled.
Oh, yeah, because my first roll was a 15. That was not going to pass. Well, it's a good thing I had advantage because that's a 20.
Yikes.
Oh, no.
Damn, that marble bag is so well made.
Tough marble bag.
I would think it's more so you're just having trouble with that last bit of stretch to really grab at it with the pizza cutter. Just a little too tall above the stool top. Unfortunately.
I was already sore from my morning calisthenics.
That brings us back around to Twig.
Twig, reflecting back on the last time I was in a situation like this when I was worm wrangling, quickly, almost as a reflex, takes a bit of soap out, does like a little karate chop thing with the pole, my 6-inch pole that's sort of like been up my back. It spins around my neck, and then I whack the soap so it makes like a circle around me and my friends, slicking the space around us to make it like a tripping hazard for smooth-footed, plastic, inarticulate, rigid toy figures.
All right.
It's like an olive oil move.
Yeah, exactly.
You're buffing the floor like a curler or something.
Classic.
Okay. I'll make these soldiers roll dex checks as they approach you. We'll see how this goes. Because it is their turn. And it's not looking good for you, my friend.
Does Winter get to do like a don't die check, or is this game system different?
Basically, they have an hour to be rescued.
Oh, okay.
Unless, for some reason, these toy soldiers were going to like repeatedly stab their bodies, which I don't think they'll do.
Over and over again. They might.
I don't think it'll happen.
Evil toys.
All right. The first soldier succeeds, does not trip, and will deal 1 point of damage to Twig. It's looking like the Roman Senate in here. The second one slips and hits the ground.
Does he happen to knock over another one? Like a domino effect?
He manages to create a dry spot for the next one to walk right through, who does, oh no, 6 points of damage.
Oh. Okay, so 6 means that I take -5 against my 9, which means that I have 4 strength.
Now make a strength save. Yeah.
And that's with a D20?
Yes.
Yep.
Not like a D12 or a D4? Or...
No, D20.
I got a 14 on my D20.
All right. You fall unconscious, which is probably the best thing that could have happened, because if you stayed up, you were going to get attacked by the remaining toy soldier. Ralph, you watch below in horror as Twig falls to the ground as well. And then these toy soldiers right themselves, bring their bayonets back up to like a ready position at their shoulders, and then resume their march.
Oh my God, this is my fault. I'm the one who brought you all over here.
Yeah, it's not your fault.
I'm so sorry.
What do you do?
I think what I'd like to do is like taunt them so they can try to follow me up the thread.
Oh, they're marching away.
Oh, they're marching away. Okay, sorry.
Come down and help us.
Yeah, hopefully it's safe for me to come down and help. So Ralph's gonna skitter down the little thread and try to help his friends. Who looks the most mortally wounded?
Who has the lowest strength score right now would be your answer to that.
Winter has 5.
My strength is 4.
Twig also has 4.
Okay. Pusillani really didn't want to come out here to do this, and Ralph feels especially guilty about that. So he feels really guilty. So he's going to see what he can do to somehow patch up Pusillani with... can I offer Pusillani a drag off of my Marlboro Light to hopefully give him the adrenaline boost he needs to get up?
I would say that is exactly the right thing to do to rouse Pusillani from his slumber.
Okay.
The cool menthol.
Are we getting sponsored?
No, if you call us a sponsorship, we're going to get sued. I don't think we're allowed to advertise tobacco.
Kids, don't try this at home.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think we should have come up with a name that wasn't an
Full
actual
disclaimer,
brand.
this is not an ad. Don't sue us. Smoking's bad.
Smoking's really bad.
Now,
guys.
you could sound like Ralph if you smoke.
Nobody
and
wants to sound
smell
like
like
Ralph.
him. Nobody wants that.
Pusillani, you are roused. Whether comfortably or uncomfortably is up to you.
What have you done? So what's the situation then? There's 3 of us lying on the ground. I'm still tied up. Ralph is down here on the floor with us.
Yep. And the toy soldiers have receded into the blackness.
All right. I guess we should try to revive the others. I'm not good at doing anything.
Anything?
Unless it's a dexterity-based check to somehow revive one of them, there's really not much I can...
No, we're not talking. There's no checks here. I want to know, what does your character do?
Just like slap them in the face.
No, that would be far too aggressive.
Just complain at them?
Yeah, exactly. Complain. I guess I'll just sit here and complain to myself, I said it was a bad idea, and then the loud rat goes up the rope, and he's shouting the whole time, and then this is the worst stealth mission I've ever heard of, and this is what happens when you answer a call to action. And
Winter, all the whining and perseverating rouses you.
I cover my ears
slumber.
and I'm like, just shut up. Let me die in peace. Somebody get me a drink. Gosh.
How do we get Twig up?
What were your 2 items there, Twig? You had soap?
I had soap and a 6-inch pole.
Wave the soap under his nose.
Ah, yes. Like smelling salts. The lavender fresh scent starts him awake, thinking that there's like some fresh baked lavender cookies. Twig is awakened. Now, if you spend a few minutes, you get to roll a d6 plus 1 to restore your hit points, but your strength is still at that lowered number and you're still injured, which means you have disadvantage on dex and strength checks.
Is there anything they can do to cure that? Or
to cure that takes a full rest, which is a week back in safety.
What?
Or you could try and find a spell to heal yourself. You've heard tell of magic, and that Hickory Dickory Doc, who lives in the clock tower, is a expert at magic.
So maybe we should go for a Hickory Dickory talk.
He's a doctor after all.
Just a quick reiteration on those rules. We roll a d20 and then we add 1 for our hit points.
D6 plus 1.
D6 plus 1. And does that exceed what our last
It can't go over your
cap
max.
was?
Okay.
You can't go over your max? Cool.
I'm just back at 3 then.
Yeah, same.
Is it safe for us to rest here in this room with the marauding, murderous toy soldiers?
Does not seem that way.
I'm going to say you can hear their clacking in the distance. You know what to listen for now. They're not super stealthy.
Also, Twig fired an arrow off into the darkness.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we hurt someone.
Generously overshooting marbles, and heard a yelp. And I only get 3 arrows. They're difficult to make, So I don't know if we wanted to maybe see if that person might give it back.
Or what their deal is.
Well, thank you for reminding me about this other mechanic. So you didn't use up an arrow necessarily. Everybody who used a piece of equipment at all in the last session, roll a d6 for each of those pieces of equipment. So that's the fish hook and the rope, with the bow and the arrows. If you used your sword, you roll a d6 for your sword. And if you get a 4, 5, or 6, you have to color in one of your circles on that item.
Does that include my mirror?
Yes.
Does that include my cigarette?
Yes, it does include the cigarette and any torches you were using.
Okay, well, that's
my cigarette. Get to roll
cigarette.
separately for each thing?
You do.
And if it's a 5 or 6, 4, 5, or 6,
4, 5,
depleted?
or 6, you mark a use. Yeah.
Okay. So my torch is still good. My spool of thread has a use up now.
Did not use anything up.
Twig's bow got a 2, so it's still good. And then got a 4 on the arrow. So the arrow is expended. And I now have 2 slots left.
Okay.
So that arrow I'm not getting back.
Both my torch and my sword have lost a use. Out of 3.
All right. As you guys are checking your equipment and doing your little bit of rest, you take a swig of water. You have a bit of your rations that you've got there, and you are kind of keeping an ear out and thinking about how are you going to get up on top of the table again, if that's your plan. When the door begins to creak open under a gust of wind, and a little bit more light begins to flood into the room. But it also reveals an object lying on the floor between you and the door. Just in the middle of the floor, you see a little fuzzy stuffy of some sort. It's about the size of a mouse. A little ways away now. It's tough to make it out completely.
Twig is interested in checking this out, and with limited auditory receptors, does like a quick scan with my one ear to see if I hear any marching feet, and then I scamper off towards it if the coast is clear.
The coast seems clear, and you scamper up to this object. As you get closer, you see that it is a mocking facsimile of a mouse, a stuffed little toy made of felt and cotton. And you can see that the little stitched features of eyes and nose have all been plucked at and torn a little bit with these, maybe some sort of sharp claw or something like that. And you see stitched in, embroidered onto the back of the little mouse toy is the name Belsnickel.
Oh, no. Get out.
Yeah.
Is the stuffy our size or bigger than us?
It's about your size.
Oh, okay.
Looks like a discarded toy.
And Belsnickel is the neighborhood cat.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
Twig grabs the toy and scampers towards the door with the toy.
The toy is big enough, takes up 2 slots. Are you able to carry it without dropping anything?
Oh, let me just check how many slots I have.
Remember, 1 slot's taken up by injured.
Oh, right. My injury takes up a slot. I have no hands. I have no free hands.
Okay, so if you want to drag this thing around, you're going to have to leave something here on the floor.
You can drop your rations.
Could you leave something with one of us?
No, I don't think I need this toy. I thought maybe I might use it as a decoy, but I think I'd rather use my soap and my stick for worm wrangling.
The old
All
soap
right.
and stick trick.
I assume if the toy is here, that Belsnickel is probably nearby.
Not too
So
far away.
It's probably not safe for us to be around here.
So what do you do?
I think we should go see the, Hickory Dickory Doctor or whatever his name is.
Yeah, get out of here as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
We just came in through the door, or did we come in through the wall again?
We
I
came
forget.
in through the wall and the secret entrance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should we chance the door? Because now the door is... I feel like I am quite close to the door, bathed in its light.
But it opened more on its own, didn't it?
Yeah, it was like wind blew it open.
Okay.
It was like wind blew it open. Or a cat walked through that door.
Which way will get us closer to
The front door is closer to Doc's clock tower.
the dock clock?
The Doc clock.
Twig's a rebel, on his half-life. He's going to run for the door. Quickly, quietly, and bow and arrow drawn.
He scampers forward through the door. Does anybody follow him?
Yeah. Ralph is going to follow him.
Guess if they're going, then Pusillani would be terrified to stay by himself.
Yeah.
So I guess he'll go too. Wait.
Winter will bring up the rear.
All right. The 4 of you scamper back out into the cold night, your torches flickering under the brisk wind of this midnight on Christmas Eve. You look across the square and you see that you are closer now to the reindeer stables, and just past those is the towering clock tower. You know that it is a steep climb up to the top, but that is where Hickory Dickory Doc makes his home.
I mean, I think we should climb up, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All of these mousies are fucked up.
How do you cross this open space? What's your strategy or marching order?
I'll
here?
look both ways for sure.
Follow the edges of the space.
Mhm. Yeah. Against the wall, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
We all know better than to run.
Out in the open.
Yes.
No. Yeah, that sounds like a bad idea.
That's waiting to get picked up by a bird or a cat or something.
You scurry. You scurry along the edge of the buildings and along the edge of the stables. You have to mount a drift of snow just before you hit the clock tower. And it's the one moment of truly being out in the open. All your fur is raised, the hackles are up, your goosebumps are tingling, and you manage just to make it to the base of the tower. You see an entrance, the mouse entrance, enshrouded in icicles and snowdrifts. Beyond that, the twisted vine work of magically carved roots that form this little bush that hides it, twist and twine over top of this doorway. You see a little sign on it that says, "Doc's Place, keep out."
Nice.
Let's knock politely.
Twig, you know this man, correct?
Twig looks at Winter for a very long moment and then just opens the door.
We're going to hickory dickory walk right in.
Yeah.
You hickory dickory walk right in. You see it is a steep climb up winding and rickety stairs constructed by an unskilled mouse carpenter, ascending maybe 50, 60 feet into the air.
Ooh.
It's pretty high. It's going to take you guys a little while here. We're going to say maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes to get up to the top because it's such a precarious climb. However you do make it. As you begin to get close to the top, you hear a booming voice resounding through the halls.
"I am Hickory Dickory Doc, and you have entered my clock. What do you mean by this? Intrusion.
It was his idea.
Ideas are dangerous things.
Yep.
Hey, Doc, my friends are injured.
It's not that bad.
I was hoping you could help.
We could just go. It's fine.
I would be happy to help you in exchange
Here it
for
comes.
some of Mrs. Claus's famous winter cheese.
Oh, boy.
Well, that's a very steep asking price. You know the cost of that.
Yes.
We need at least half our health back.
Will you help us on contingency?
Yeah, we need to be paid first, I think.
Yeah, how are we going to get that cheese if we're all beat up?
That is not my concern.
Well, it's your concern if you don't get any cheese, isn't it?
I have sufficed for so long with my spells and my tablets, my magical staff and my pointy hat, without cheese. But if I am to break my hermitsy and encounter another mouse, if I let you take another step without cheese, there will be consequences.
Being a bit of a hickory dickory dick about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hickory, if you have all the magic, how do you feel knowing that we've smelt magic?
Yes, there is magic on the air tonight. Dangerous magic. Perhaps you even carry it with you. Perhaps famous cheese is the only thing that can cure you of this affliction.
Are you just saying that?
Oh my God.
Question not my wisdom. I am Doc of the Clock Tower.
That's true. So Winter's going to reach into her cloak and pull out one ration. It's not going to be the famous cheese, but it'll be a bartering cheese.
A down payment.
A down
Yes,
payment.
exactly.
All right. So,
Twig also brings out a down payment.
do you scamper the last few steps up into his space?
Yes, into the darkness.
Into the darkness.
I dropped the cheese.
You push your way up through a beaded curtain into a room lit by dim green LED lights. You see a large mural painted on one side of a mouse driving a van over a volcano.
Oh my God. He's not an MD doctor, is he?
He's the best we got.
You see Doc hastily pinning on a cloak and picking up a matchstick with the top has been cut off and an LED light bulb has been taped onto it. He has a little Lego man hat,
Aw.
like a pointy Lego wizard hat, just like slightly askew. And he looks at you, eyes wide.
You have entered my lair. Is that the famous cheese?
Yeah. I mean, if he doesn't know what it is.
Yeah.
His nose twitches and you see his like eye begin to twitch and pulse along with it.
It's a bit old of the magic cheese. We can get some fresher stuff, but this is like the best we could get in such a short period of time.
Yes.
Somebody roll me a will. With advantage, you know what? With advantage. This guy is hungry.
We got cheese.
I'm glad that advantage came in because the first roll is the lower roll.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
I got a 15 over 11.
Oh, my goodness.
Ah, you lie to me. That is not the famous cheese. That is Mother Bunkus's Vermont cheddar.
Is that not famous?
It's so good though.
Yeah.
Like it just, you feel it in your bones.
It's not Mrs. Kringle's. She's making brie this year. I know it.
Oh, Mrs. Kringle is famous. No, yeah, you're right. It's not that one.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Bah, since you're here, I might as well help you. Come,
Please
look through my
yes.
looking glass.
And he pulls you over to a part of the wall that he is like cut away at the wall looking out over the Christmas tree. And he has put in a giant magnifying glasses lens.
Oh, cool.
And you can see down in magnified vision the courtyard below.
Wouldn't it be upside down?
It's upside down. So you look up at it, I guess. I don't know.
That's why it looks magical, though.
No, we hold each other up by our legs.
Yeah.
Look down. See there. The cat Belsnickel roams tonight.
And you see indeed tracks of a cat back and forth through the snow.
I knew it.
As well as smaller tracks that have followed the same path.
His minions raised magically. Somehow he has gotten some power. I believe he is attempting to foil Christmas for the Chapel Mouse clan. You, all of you, is your Christmas ruined?
It could be.
Not
Well,
good
it is
so
now.
far.
He is well on his
Yeah.
way to completing his plan. Only you can stop him.
Well, what's his plan?
His plan's a war on Christmas.
Shut up.
Yes. It is true. That's exactly
No.
it. Right from my notes. A war, not just on Christmas, to kill Christmas joy, but to rule Christmas town and all of the mice who live here.
Well, winter's out.
No, Bells Nichols is an asshole.
He is the worst. Tell you what,
We
since
gotta take
getting
this-
anything done around here would be much more difficult with Belsnickel in charge. I will help you, but
Excellent.
you must deal with him in the next 28 minutes.
Perfect.
28.
To this end, I'll provide you with one of my spells.
And he goes over to
Each?
a weekly pill sorting case.
Mm.
And Ralph, roll a d8.
4,
And roll me one more d8.
5.
Yes, and he pops open Thursday.
This might just help you somehow.
And he pulls out this clay tablet or stone tablet with an ancient arcane runes over it. And as he holds it up to you, it begins to glow with this purple light.
This is the spell Fear. With this, you could ward off Belsnickel or paralyze him with terror in order to get the jump and stab him in the eyes.
Oh, man. Okay. Do you also have health?
Yeah. what we could
Robustness?
do.
Do you got methamphetamine in there or something? You know, Tylenol.
Twig, roll a d8.
Twig rolled a 2.
Twig rolled a 2.
I will do something for you then.
And he pops open Monday.
He's like, I was saving this for my hangover tomorrow, but I suppose now this will only work once. I could heal the injured condition and some strength damage to a single person.
Ooh.
Single mouse, not a human.
Mm.
You two were pretty low, I think, overall.
Should we rock, paper, scissors?
I mean, I'm in such bad shape that I don't think healing me is gonna do a whole lot of good.
Okay. What was your maximum, Twig?
My maximum was 9 strength and 4 hit points.
Yeah, you would get the most out of this, I think.
What was yours?
3 health and 9 was my maximum, but I'm at 7 right now.
Right. Pusillani?
We did get that short rest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have 5 hit points at the moment and 4 strength.
Out
But
of-
my maximum strength is only 6.
Right.
So
So yeah, I think Twig gets the most out of this one.
Yeah. I'll take this clay tablet. Is it a clay tablet or is it like a...
It's my clay tablet. I will cast the spell,
It's mine.
and I'm keeping a charge so that I can cure my hangover.
It's
Cool.
definitely more important.
He fully heals your strength and removes the injured condition from you.
Oh,
maybe I should run back to the Warren and get another mouse to take my place. What do you think of that?
There's no time.
Pusillani, what we need you to do
Uh-huh.
is to
Yeah.
complain really loudly so
Oh,
that the
boy.
cat hears you.
Yeah. Wait.
And Bells Nichols will be like, wait a minute, I hear whining somewhere.
Uh-huh. And
Yeah.
how
So I think your particular set of skills actually aids us very well.
okay.
How
And then
fast are you?
Won't the cat come to where I am?
Well, if you're in an area that the cat can't get you, you're safe and sound.
So you know that something like this is probably your best chance. You know that fighting a cat face to face, even the 4 of you,
No.
by the rules,
Yeah.
can't do damage to it.
Oh,
You need to find some way to outmaneuver, trap,
I think that's going to be it.
outnumber it, something like that.
So it's the night before Xmas, right?
It's Christmas Eve.
Right.
Santa Claus is currently delivering presents.
Xmas
Oh,
Eve.
already delivering presents. I was going to say, like,
All right. Yeah.
can we just fucking toss the cat on the sleigh and then it becomes tomorrow's problem, right?
I got an idea.
Ooh.
What if, because I think we're not too far away from it, what if we use the Christmas tree as both a distraction and a trap? Because cats fucking love that shit.
That's true.
So, like, we can use the bulbs as, like, bombs or projectiles. But also, like, if we can get it up the tree, we can use the Christmas lights to wrap him up.
Some tinsel.
Yeah, tinsel.
Tinsel trap.
So I think we can kind of combine your plan, Twig, and mine together. Where, like, Pusillani, you'll be at the bottom doing your little you. Acting a you.
or at the very top as like,
that's true.
I'm stuck up here.
yeah.
I am helpless.
Right.
I don't sound
and
like that.
I can see so
No,
far.
that's not you.
That's not what I sound like.
Yeah.
It sounds a bit like you.
It sounds, we're just saying this is what you could do, not this is what you sound like.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, I see. All right.
So, we have you at the top of the tree on the star to get the cat over, and then that's when we can ambush.
So let's start heading over. Let's do this. You guys need your torches to get back down the stairs. So I need you to roll another torch check.
Oh, yes. 1. Still got mine.
Oh,
3.
a 6.
6.
Doc sees you off and he reminds you as you're about halfway down, you hear his booming voice again.
Don't forget to bring me the famous cheese.
Yes.
I don't think there's enough time in this
You
particular
got it.
session.
You got it, big guy.
Yeah.
Just have it at the back of your mind.
Well, we'll be back tomorrow.
Everybody's different answers.
Yeah. Winter didn't even say anything.
You get to the bottom of these steps and you see the snowdrift in front of you, and you know that just to the south of you is the towering Christmas square tree. How do you approach?
Pusillani needs to be up the tree, so he just needs to get there as quickly as possible. I could go with you, that I could help protect you if we want to maybe split up and Ralph and Winter go around.
My idea was that we would all be in the tree because the cat would be too into it.
Yeah.
And then we could wrap him up and maybe fear him.
Okay, let's just beeline it straight there.
Yes.
You sprint and scurry across the open ground towards the tree. Everybody roll me a will check.
Ooh.
Nope. Not even close.
Nope.
I got a 4 out of 8.
I got a 4 under 11.
11 over 7.
Okay.
18 over 3.
Oh my God.
Okay. You step out into the square. You see the Christmas tree lit up and glowing, ushering in a beautiful Yule night. It stands there. You know this tree has been growing for the past 100 generations of mouse peoples. It's got these soft snow drifts over its roots. Lower boughs dangle heavily with silver tinsel, glowing orbs of smoothest glass reflecting the stars. And those of you who passed your will check, you, for a moment, look up towards the top of the tree and you see where should be the glowing golden star of the Christmas tree is gone.
Uh-oh.
The tree topper is missing.
Plan part 2. 2 of 1.
Yes.
We're going to need to dress you up, Pusillani. You're going to become an angel tonight. And not because you're dead.
I like this plan less and less. All right.
So there you are. You're at the tree trunk. Are you
Okay.
just going to start climbing?
First, I want to start looking for materials we can use as an outfit.
Well, do we need the star? Do we need to go find it? Is it magical or is it just the tree topper? We need Pusillani up there.
You know that it is magical, but you also know that if you're going to be scouring the whole compound for this thing, it's probably safer to do it without a cat running around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so first we got to deal with the cat.
Yes. Angel costume.
Yes.
All right. I just found a couple of feathers from a boa that seems to be tangled in the bottom of the lowest branches. So we have a little bit of feathers for wings.
Perfect.
Okay. What else?
Done.
I'm going to grab a bunch of tinsel and make a skirt around, a really nice shiny skirt.
Okay.
I'll take a one of those little metal hooks that's used for hanging the decorations on the tree, and I'll bend it into a ring.
Perfect.
And wrap it around the other part around my neck, and then I'll have a little halo over my head.
Okay.
Oh, cute.
I love it.
Angelic.
Ralph, is there any
Yeah, what do you add?
resistance?
I think what I want to do is actually wait until Pusillani gets all the way up to the top and then like blow some smoke just to
The atmospheric.
Yes,
To create some
atmosphere. That's
atmosphere.
important.
You'll be the smoke
Okay.
machine. Great.
Yeah.
All right. So this climbing this tree is way easier than climbing a stool. There's lots of handholds and rough spots and branches for you to stand on. So you begin to climb. As you do, you see that the way is partially blocked in some areas by these thick cobwebs.
Oh no.
And you are making your way, and you see these little black creatures, 8-legged arachnids, scurry out, and they're like standing on the edge of their webs, and they're seeing you as you come close, and these little spiders are just, stay back, don't touch my webs. You there with the fat face, get away from my webs.
That's not nice.
Rude.
That's rude.
Can I just like toss them one of my rations or whatever to just like keep them distracted or busy?
Into their web.
Is that what you do?
Yeah. Yeah, I pull out a ration and I just like toss it at their web.
And they get all upset.
This piece of cheese sticks in the web, and they're like, nah, he's vandalizing our web. I told you to stay back, man.
Yeah. Spiders love cheese.
Notoriously.
And you see,
try it.
you see more spiders.
Oh,
There's dozens of them now scurrying out on these cobwebs.
Come on.
And they're starting to surround you. And they're just like, like hissing. And some of them are like snapping their fingers.
It was a tribute.
Freaking beatnik spiders.
I gave you a gift.
Spiders, before you eat us, I was wondering, do you know what happened to the decoration at the top of the tree?
Yeah. That dumb cat came and stole it.
Oh, well, we're working on getting it back.
I bet you are.
And we're trying to get that cat. You know, the cat that probably kills your kind, too.
And the spiders kind of huddle up for a second. And they come back and they're like, so you're going to bring back the light that attracts all the bugs?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Plan.
Okay. All right.
Would you join our effort? And I'm sure you'll love this. Make an even bigger, stickier web all across the bottom part of the tree.
Mm.
That's going to take lots of work. Well, how are you going to compensate us for our labor?
I already gave you one cheese.
Yeah, that's one of our best things.
Cheese is for fat mice with fat heads.
Shut your mouth.
I don't know why a spider would want it, Pip, but I would be willing to offer some money.
How about some dice? You want some dice?
What about bugs? You guys like eating little bugs, right?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
kind of like bugs yourself.
Bugs are good. Bugs are for totally cool, athletic, and super sweet, awesome spiders. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. You guys are athletic and super cool. If we find
Check out
like
my abs.
termites, oh my gosh, you have so many abs. How do you fit so many abs?
It's the number, not the quality that matters.
Right,
That's
yeah.
I'm honestly getting a bit turned on just thinking about it.
Ralph.
I'm sorry. I'll focus.
All right, spiders, I hear you want some bugs. Let's strike an accord. We find you some bugs and you help us find the star.
You
that
smell
will
like
attract
bugs.
you more bugs.
That's
you
true.
with the one ear, you smell like bugs.
Are worms technically bugs? I don't think so.
No, not really. I don't think you want to eat a worm at all. They don't have any legs. I feel like legs are like having more legs is a sign of superiority.
We just like juicy bugs.
All right. Well, yeah, worms are definitely juicy. It's hard to beat that, especially if you catch them. Actually, you know what? I didn't want to do this, but the next new moon is just on the 28th, and I will go grab some night crawlers for you if you help us out tonight.
Oh, I don't know about that. Those things are so big. I don't think these spiders would want to eat something that big and
Just
tasty.
a lady. Shut your damn mouth.
I think that'd be too tasty for them, and they wouldn't want it.
No, we'd do that. We like that. Night crawlers are good. Yeah.
I both love and hate these guys.
Get Give us the night crawlers. You said the 28th?
Yes.
The 28th. Well, it's the 28th is the new moon, or it's the full moon. It's the full moon that's the night crawler.
Phil, does that work? Phil, one of the spiders looks over his shoulder. Phil, it's 28th, okay? Yeah, I think that's a Saturday. Okay, yeah. That'll be good. It'll be good for our poker game.
Good. I'm glad it works with your recreational gambling activities. That sounds great.
All right. The lead spider comes forward and gently touches a spider leg to Twig's pinky, and they secure the deal.
Nice.
And the spiders immediately begin working on a intricate and large cat-sized capturing web.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
This plan's coming together, guys.
Pusillani, I need you to do your best angel impression.
Do you have an open spot there, Pusillani? In your
I
bag?
have an open spot? Oh, I guess for my outfit?
Oh, no. I was going to give you something, but I guess that might actually be too.
I'd say that's his body slots.
Right.
Is the costume.
Yeah, and I've got an open paw available. I don't have any slots in my backpack. I could drop something, though. Like, I'm never going to use these loaded dice. I mean, I thought about engaging in it. Since they mentioned they have a poker game, I thought maybe we could have some gambling going on.
Not tonight.
Yeah, I'm never going to use these loaded dice, so I could get rid of those or trade them.
Do you want me to hang on to them for you?
Sure.
I was thinking about giving you my spool of thread, and then you can have a quick escape mechanism from the top.
Yeah, we could tie a string up there, and I could slide down the string.
You may need to make a quick escape, is all I mean.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah, all right, let's tie that string up there, and I got to do an angel impression.
Be as most angelic as we all know you can be. And loud.
Yes.
As all angels are.
Ralph starts puffing the smoke to give the ambiance, as you mentioned earlier.
Hark. And lo upon the snow, there was, man, it's tall up here. It sure is high. Like in heaven, it's high up above everything else. It's kind of cold up here, too. I don't like it. And blessed are the cats.
Pusillani, you look down and you
come to the
see
tree.
You see between the workshop and the chapel 2 glowing circles down in the snow in the dark, staring up at you.
Oh dear. And successful were the hunting cats who came to the tree in the winter and lost a taste for mice and gave up on the whole thing. Right?
The circles wink out. And then I need everybody to roll. Just give me a D20, a luck check. Above or below 10, let me know.
Oof.
Above. For winter.
Oh, above. That's 11 for
Below. 9 below 10.
Ugh, that's all you needed.
All right.
I got a 17.
All right.
I had an 18.
Not a
so
lucky
yeah.
bunch.
Twig,
Yeah.
you are the first and only to notice that Belsnickel has very swiftly, very quickly, very silently bolted from the space between the workshop and the chapel and is now racing up the tree trunk towards you. You have an opportunity to do one thing, keeping in mind that your weapon is useless here.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't know, we didn't clarify who's carrying the spell tablet
Oh, yeah.
because it does take up a slot.
I did have one space open still, but I don't have very good will.
The important stat is will for casting
Yeah.
spells.
Well, it's definitely not me.
My will is 11.
Yeah.
Oh,
You'd
yeah,
be the
I think
best
you
to
do.
cast.
I thought you had it anyway, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. I have it in my hand, my possession, the spell, and I know how to use it.
All right, I will tell you. To cast a spell, your tablet must hold the tablet in a paw and read the arcane rune aloud. When your mouse casts a spell, you decide on the amount of power you are casting it with, up to the number of usage dots that remain. So it has 3. So you could use up to 3. You're going to then roll that many d6s, and the spell is cast. So you only need to cast on one creature, so it will work. You then roll, and if it's a 4, 5, or 6, you mark a usage on the spell. And if it's a 6, it's a miscast. where you take damage to will and become drained.
Oh, okay. So with this knowledge, this bit of thank you for joining me on this quick little journey back in time to where I learned all about how this thing works. And welcome back to the present where I have this tablet in hand and I am the only mouse watching this cat climbing up the tree to my unsuspecting friends and peers and spiders.
And spiders. Spiders.
I decide to start casting fear on this cat whilst in the tree amongst who knows what it knows.
All right.
But it will know fear.
And hopefully get real
Right.
tangled.
Yeah.
How many dice do you roll? You can pick 1, 2, or 3. Really, you only need to roll 1 because you're affecting just one creature. But
Okay.
Yeah, and the more likelihood you roll, the more likelihood you're going to get a 6, which is bad for you.
Okay. I will roll 1 dice.
okay.
I got a 4.
Oh, yeah.
So you cast this spell, this frightening fear spell. What do you think this looks like, Twig? Does it create a manifestation? Is it purely psychic? What happens to the cat when this spell is cast?
Twig takes this tablet and runs his paws over the tablet and then scratches at it. Poof. Blows the dust off of his fingernails, and the little bits of dust sort of like fall down through the needles of the tree, past his mice brethren and spidery pals, and then into the nose of the cat as it's running up. And then suddenly its cat eyeballs get really dilated and big, and the branches of the tree start to engulf the cat's field of vision. And the cat suddenly is much smaller in stature than it realizes what it really... It's suddenly so small and tiny, and everything around it is so big.
Oh,
and
no.
frightening.
The illusion convinces Belsnickel that it is shrunk to the size of a mouse, that these spiders and that you are bearing down upon it. For the first time in this cat's life, it feels like prey. It yowls in fright and begins to back away, tripping over a branch, landing in the spider's web. Its arms splay, and you can see underneath his cargo vest.
Cargo vest. I think that was not established.
Sorry, hold on. This cat's wearing a vest?
Yeah, of course. All the animals wear clothes. You see beneath his cargo vest a golden triangle poke out.
Aha. This is where he got his magic from. His stinky, stinky magic.
What do you do? This cat, paralyzed with fear, struggles within the web, slashing with its claws. It cannot come closer to you.
Ralph, grab it.
That's what I'm thinking. Ralph is going to grab it. Should I try to be like a fucking Indiana Jones and grappling hook it, or should I just go for it?
Use the garland and slide down it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Slides down the garland. Indiana Jonesing. One of Trevor's favorite moves. Go ahead and roll me a dex.
Okay. That's a 5 under 10.
Nice. You managed to swing down. You land full on the cat's chest. Meow!
Just pop it in for a second, kitty cat.
Screaming and hissing, and you can see its eyes wide. It is terrified of you. You reach down and you pull out of one of the interior cargo pockets of this fisherman's vest a big gold Christmas tree topper star.
I'll be taking that.
You take it. What now?
I assume it has to go back on top of the tree, right?
All right.
Pussy, you've got to jump down. You got to fucking bungee cord down there and get the...
I was just getting good at this being an angel thing.
Be a tree
All
angel
right.
and fly.
Be an angel, will you, and come help me with this.
All right, so Pusillani will climb down and help with the star.
The four of you work together and you manage to mount the star back on top. And as it positions itself onto the tallest branch, it begins to glow anew with bright golden light. You look around and you can see what was a cold and dismal Christmas Eve begins to radiate with a bit more cheer. The lights on the tree begin to glow a bit more happily. You see wooden toy soldiers, which had been encroaching on the tree at Belsnickel's command, begin to fall over limp. The cat yowls below you.
No, you ruined my plans. once again, you nasty mice.
You're the nasty one, bitch.
And I hope you all have a happy holidays.
Merry Christmas, one and all.
Twig, what did you get Pusillani for Christmas?
I got Pusillani a little piece of like a paisley blindfold to wrap over their face so that they don't need to see the world that frightens them so much.
A beautiful paisley scarf. Pusillani, you drew Ralph for Secret Santa. What did you get him?
A new box of cigarettes.
Whoa.
A whole box? Wow.
Whoa.
Are you kidding me?
Yep, I stole them from Mrs. Claus. And
Ralph, you drew Winter. What does Winter get for Christmas?
Winter gets a slice of pizza, hand sliced by Ralph.
Pizza rat.
Stolen
Thank
fresh
you.
from Kringle's kitchen.
That's right.
And Winter, what did you get Twig?
With the remainder of my spool of thread, I actually weaved a net for Twig to use with his wrangling.
Oh my gosh. Amazing.
That's
This
so
is going to be
awesome.
so good for night crawlers.
Congratulations. You have completed our version of a not so still knot. Thanks for playing Mausritter with me, you guys.
thanks,
Thanks
Shaun.
for jamming,
you.
Sean.
Yeah, that was great.
And thank you.
Christmas
listeners.
is saved.
Christmas is saved. And thank you, listeners, for joining us once again this holiday season. If you'd like to support the show, you go ahead and give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. Keep your ears open and make sure you're subscribed to Tales of Bob, because on January 9th, our new clean feed actual play podcast starring Mike from Tales of Glassguarded World, Josh from Tales of Glassguarded World, Jessica from Tales of Glassguarded World, me from House of Bob, and Jeanette, who you might remember from House on Carrion Hill, are going to be in a brand new Pathfinder 2E adventure.
Cool.
Find us on social media at the House of Bob for more information about that, or just, to heart everything and bookmark all the things that we post. Join the Discord. You can chat with us and other listeners. Support us on Patreon. It's the number one way that we are able to pay the bills to put all this stuff up. And in fact, was the way they were able to fund getting that second podcast feed active. So make sure that you're subscribed on day one, rated on day one, and it's going to make us super happy and famous. I'd like to thank our patrons. This is going to be the last time I do the whole list. Here it comes. Craig, Patrick, the Pink Pastor, Gary, Oliver, Garbanzo, Jacob, D, Cameron, Eli, Annette, Thomas, Ben, Connor, Padraig, Brandon, Team EAMONN, Pavel, Christine, Tom, Elias, Mark, Jessica, Scooter, Tyler, Josh, Keith, Bluckett12, Tom, Jessica, Kieren, Mike, and Luke. Thank you so much. Art for this episode was by Trevor at Cosmic Amazing. Audio production and sound design is by Astronomic Audio, and music for our Mausritter adventure is by Pusillani himself, Mr. Mike, Dr. Mike, Mike Hammock. Thank you, and roll on.
Roll on.
Roll on.
I should have given Ralph a nicotine patch.
Yeah. A cut off.
Then he can double dip. A patch on one arm and a smoke in the mouth.
Oh, no.
Boom, here goes the dynamite.
Do you have dynamite? That'd be great.
Do you have any of that?
Nope.
So is the purpose to murder the cat, or are we just trying to stop the cat?
I don't know. Stop the cat.
Get rid
Save
of
Christmas.
Get rid of
Save
the cat.
Christmas.
Send the cat to the farm.
Right, upstate. That's where my cousin went.
Can we lure it into the Santa's meat grinder? Right, Santa has a meat grinder.
No, I don't want that.
No, okay.
That's why I'm like, I hope we don't actually have to murder this cat, because I don't want to do that. We can use the what do you call it? Christmas lights to wrap him up.
Some tinsel.
Yeah, tinsel. Or what is that
tinsel
called?
trap?
What is that? The long one called? Is that just tinsel?
I think that's called tinsel. Yeah.
Like
Garland?
garland.
Garland.
or-
Garland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all Googling.
Mistletoe. Well, I got to kiss him.
Why are we rolling the same thing? You and I, Alex. It's just that kind of night.
Just that kind of night, yeah.
Mice of a feather.
Yeah, we're from the same brood, of course. So
Why don't we like wrap ourselves in snow or something and sneak up sneak up as like rolling snowballs or something. No. Okay, never mind.
Well, I'm
Out in
already
the
a
open.
white
Let's-
mouse. I don't need to do that.
Yeah, but I'm not.
We'll run as fast as we can. We'll try to do Flintstones feet.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, yeah. My cat eats spiders all the time.
Yes.
You have a cat, Twig?
Oh, wait. Yeah, no, never mind.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
I guess can we give him the piece of paper with that in writing?
Yeah.
Mouse, pod, spider.
And I owe you. You owe me.